Hi everyone, welcome back to National Retiree. I'm Tammy E, and this is my May writing vlog. Every month I tell you about my writing journey, and this is my writing journey in May, which it's the 29th of May, and I have not really written anything. The very first weekday of the month, my husband was off because he retired, and that has kind of sidetracked me this month. It's wonderful to have him home, but there's many things that we have to do as he's entering retiring. So that was part of it. Then I had a medical issue. So that was a problem too. But that actually happened a little later. The very first day of the month, I sat down I thought he'll be writing here, working here on his stuff at his computer, and I can go ahead and write. Well, I sit down and my iPad and my computer had not synced. And so this was like 3,000 or more words behind what my iPad was. And I was having trouble getting them to sync. Finally, and also it needed charging. So I charged it and then I had to sync it. And then I was having trouble syncing it. So now I'm 2 days in because, things happened during that first day. And then I finally saw the thing where I needed to click on my iPad to get them to sync. They are all together now. So I didn't lose anything. I thought for a while that I'd lost 3,000 words, and I'm like, what am I going to do? I guess I'll just write on my iPad. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, there was that. Then I had a little thing happen. My husband had things that he was doing with his new electronic equipment, and he needed support with that a little bit. And there were other things that we had to do. I had mail I had to sort. I really needed to get that done so I could get this area nice. And we did some different clearings around the house, and then if you'll find out a big thing that happened in my vlog, and I'm just going to keep that secret for now, but that kind of curtailed things too, besides this medical thing that I had that was very painful. I did well with it. It wasn't anything serious. It just was painful. And something that I'm still going to go back and see the doctor with, but there was that. And I also had a sinus infection. And then my sleep machine broke too. My husband right now is out getting my sleep machine fixed. So I have a million excuses, almost like the dog ate my lunch, or my homework, or whatever it is that kids allegedly did. I never had that happen. But anyway, so what I did do is I did continue my 18th century reading. I did make a few notes, I think, in my notebooks, but it's hard to say because, like I say, I've been very busy with other things of life. And which gets me to something that I'm going to tell you right now. I am going to give you an update on my writing. I might pop in for lives, but I'm not going to be creating any new content this summer. I'm just going to be concentrating on living and getting my house in order and enjoying my husband being home and my family. And I am also going to be writing, hopefully. I have my own little goals in my head, but I don't know if I'll get them done or not. And the next writing update you're going to see is going to be in October. It'll be whatever I do in September and where I'm at. So I'll be telling you in October, and we'll go from there, because then it'll be Preptober, and God willing, I'll have a new project, and I have that in my head, what I want to write in November. And I'll be probably Preptobering all summer long too. I mean, I'm just going to live, but I'm not going to worry about filming it and vlogging it until September. And, and I might do little bits. I might come on lives if I'm, feeling up to it. But I just want to take time back. I'm retired. I'm going to enjoy my life. I still want to write. I'm just not going to be putting it in like other people do out there. I'm not other people, I'm me. Anyway, I can't remember if I shared with you my 250, I think I did, these fabrics to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country. That's why or my country, the United States, which is why I decided to wear an eagle for this, because I've been really studying the American Revolutionary period, and that's where the whole series is going to start off with, but it may not be the first book that comes out, because I may start in the 1960s, okay, or 1950s, 1960s, and then we'll go backwards and forwards and then ahead eventually to present day. Okay, that might be my last one hopefully if I ever do it, but we'll see. I don't know. At this point, I'm getting kind of frustrated. It doesn't seem like I'm doing anything, but anyway, I love all of these fabrics, and I'm going to create some crafts with them. But one in particular, I really loved, and I'm going to be immersing myself in 18th century stuff, including making some clothing. And so I have some fabric that I purchased that I want to see if it goes with this one. Put this over here for a second. So I went to the reproduction fabrics, and I thought maybe I found the same fabric, but it's close, but not exact. Isn't that sad? But I do like this. It's very pretty. It has the same colors, but it isn't this one. But that's okay. This I'll use for, this has like a muted print of the same thing. It's very, very close, but it isn't exactly the same. It has almost the same colors, but it has a little bit more of this little like aqua sage type green. So it's not exactly the same. I notice it has browns in it, so it's a little bit different. So I'm not sure. I got some other fabric. I'm not sure if it's going to go with that. And this is more white, and this has a little more yellow to it. It's very much the same feel as this. I wish I could have gotten this exact fabric because it's really nice, but oh well. But this is pretty close, so that's nice, a nice option. Anyway, so that's something that I purchased, and it was kind of fun. You got to see my little bit of disappointment right there, but that's okay. That's what's fun with this. All right, so I'm going to put this back into my swatches, and these are going to be used for various other projects. Like I told them, I got this for my daughter-in-law and son, too, for their crafting. And so I'm going to have to update her on that. That's kind of fun. All right, so I also got, I got some other fabric, but I'm not going to show you that. In this, I also looked for different patterns for costumes for my whole family. And, you know, for myself, different things that I'm hoping to make. And we have lots of options. And so I'm excited about that. And these fabrics, I think, will be big enough to create pockets. So I can make some pockets with those. So that might be one of the craft things that I do. So pockets in the 18th century were worn outside or inside. And they didn't really have pants with pockets. They were kind of like outside, or somehow sewn, you know, like they were worn inside the pants and so on. And this is a little boy's costume that's similar to the, whoopsie, that's something just about falling all the way down here. Off kilter. Anyway, this is a costume for my grandson. That's similar to what I'm going to make my husband, hopefully for Halloween but we're going to do 1700s. I thought would be fun. Anyway, so more on that when we get to October. Okay, I might, you know, share that a sewing video or two somewhere in there. And I have something for a little girl right here for my granddaughter. And that's cute. Anyway, so then I also, like I said, oh, and this is more something I was thinking sort of for my daughter and me, possibly. We'll see. And my daughter-in-law. Now, I decided that I needed to read the Declaration of Independence. This is a book on the Constitution of the, oh, wait a minute, this is the Constitution. It also has the Declaration of Independence and Articles of Confederation, the Bill of Rights, and amendments. So this has a lot more. And the Articles of Confederation were what the United States followed prior to the Constitution. So I have all of that in this book. And then Thomas Paine influenced our founding fathers, and so I'm going to be reading Thomas Paine's Common Sense. I would like a translation of Robespierre, too, because that was part of the French Revolution, and his works are in French, but that was all influenced by what happened in the United States. So that period is very interesting, it's very complex, and it really is important for us to think of today here in my country, because we need to get back to our roots, which is the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, and making sure that that is all followed, which it certainly does look like it is. Now, I was at 21,747 in November, March 22,000, and I'm more than that. I will get back to you on that later in this video, but you will see me writing hopefully, and then I will end the video with a little bit more chat and the numbers for the month, and this all will come up in June. Remember, there will be no June vlogs, no July, no August, but I will have videos come up because I do have lots of videos ahead that I will be editing and putting up. So that I will be doing for our channel here, but I will not be constantly filming stuff. So on with the rest of the month. Well, the tail end of it. Hi, so I have not, this is the 16th of June, and I haven't really done a lot of writing, but I have been getting new things for my computer, like a hard case, because I had something from here fall there, and I didn't like that. It could have hurt something, and it didn't, luckily. But I did work on some of these. I worked mostly in this one, which is the 1960s journal, and I listed some events that happened in my life that I wanted to inspire the story a little bit. And then I also did a little bit of work on the general outline of the whole series. So I did spend a Sunday afternoon, at least 45 minutes doing that. So that was, it probably was an hour. Time passes quickly when I start working on stuff. Anyway, so I did that. I've been doing a little bit of reading, and I'm putting these up because I want them closer at hand, especially this one, because I'm probably going to do a little work and try to catch into where I am in the story. And I've made a decision in July, I'm going to divide them up. So I'll have to like add things together. I was going to check out this sucker. I got this sucker from when I bought one of my patterns. And I don't know, it's an organic, and I have to make sure it's not like, wacky weed, organic, because I can't have that. Anyway, so I'm going to double check because that's not legal in this state, I don't think. And even if, so I would be throwing it away. I doubt if it is, but with my medication, I wouldn't try gummies or any of those things because, yeah, I'm not rocking the boat. That's me. I rock it enough with just eating, so we're not gonna go there. Anyway, so that is something that I want to take a look at when I get into this, and I'm probably going to. I did want to show you some books that I don't think I've shared with you. I got The American Revolution and a couple of big American Revolution books that I haven't taken a look at, and I will another day. I'm not going to do them today because I just did a live and I'm kind of tired. I also have 18th century books that I acquired on, 18th century dress and hair and all that kind of stuff. So I have that. And then I've been reading a little bit about women spies and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been more reading than I've been writing, and a little bit of note-taking and thought processing instead of actually working on the first draft, which I'm going to do probably right now. And so I'll take you along in time lapse, and then I'll sandwich that in, and I don't know if I'll gab about it today, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to set that up right now, and then I'm going to work a little bit before my husband comes home with my grandson. Our German Shepherd is waiting at the door. I mean, I say my daughter's German Shepherd, but it's a family dog, and it's waiting by the door right now. And it's never done that before, but I think it's missing Papa, Grandpa, and its owner, my daughter. So it's waiting patiently for its man to come home because that's his number one. I'm pretty sure he's number one. Although my daughter can't be out of his sight, and sometimes he follows me around too. So he loves us all. He's deaf. If I slept in my room for the first time, and I slept a good long while on Sunday, and it was such a unique experience. Everybody's asking me, how was your sleep? And they were not upset that I slept, quite a bit of the day away. It's like, you finally slept after 2 years? Anyway, because I have not been sleeping in bed for about that long, so that was like unique. Anyway, so like the dog was like, hi, I haven't seen you in a long time. Where have you been? So yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so I have lots of stories. I may have to put it. I'm gonna have to put a German Shepherd in one of my stories, I think. I'll have to think about that. I'd like to have one in I'll have to have one somewhere. Definitely will have to have one. We're smitten. Totally smitten. Anyway, I'm going to get back to and don't think Mazda's let out of any of this. She's smitten too. She is. She likes him, loves him, whatever you want to say a dog does. She's perked up a little bit. This is the dog that we almost put to sleep in May, late April, and here she is, just happy as can be. Anyway, my neck is bothering me, so I want to get a little writing done before I have to sit in my chair and crick my neck a little bit, because I do want to get something done today in my writing. So let's get caught up. I've got to at least read where I'm at. So here I am. I'm going to go to it. Well, I forgot to time lapse that. I wrote a few hundred words. I got back into the story, and my neck is really bothering me after being in this chair for a bit. I need to go and sit down in another situation. So I'm going to end this right now, but at least I'm moving forward. Hopefully I can do more tomorrow than I did today. Or maybe tonight, even with my little iPad. I will have to find out another time about that sucker. I still didn't look it up. Oh well. Hopefully dinner's here. I think I heard a car. I know it'll be soon. So I am going to hopefully have a little writing at some point today. If not, tomorrow and the next day I will sandwich in some writing for June and then close this vlog, and we'll have a final word count. Right now I'm at 24,173. Let's see how I do. Okay, so it is June 28th, and I am at 24,173 words on this project. But in addition, there's another 4,000 with, well, another little thing I'm doing with it. Anyway, so I have made some progress. The most progress on the project was this little thing. I have all of my characters for the whole, almost the whole series, because some will be invented in this little thing for right now. And I transferred them to a quick look page in here because as I was writing, I couldn't remember a couple of characters that I invented in the story and their names. And I also have to still change the main character's name because I'm not going to use the one I did. It was going to be Beth, but there's just too many Beths and stories out there, so I'm going to change it to something else. So that's one thing that I've been working on, and I made a little progress so far. Hopefully I will make a little more progress before the end of the month, and I'm going to try to do that rough draft challenge, but it's going to be a little bit different. I'll probably put in to try my goal for 30,000 more words, which would take me pretty close to the end of something, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, but I'm not going to be updating you in July. I might vlog a little bit all summer, and then you'll see that and whatever progress I made in October. So it's going to be a whole summer kind of vlog for writing that you'll see in October, and that's what I'm going to do. And maybe that's what I'm going to do from now on instead of every month. Maybe I will do just a quarterly update in my writing path, because for sure it's going to be happening. I'm going to tell you why in a second. One of the things I'm going to be working on next month, probably as part of that 30,000 goal, which I am hoping can be more, I found inside this, it says rejected stories and notices. But inside this is a children's book that I wrote that I really liked. And I sent off maybe to one publisher. It looks like only one publisher, and I got too busy with life and never sent it off to anyone else because I was doing my master's degree shortly after. My dad died, master's degree, went back to teaching, and it just sat there and it got lost for quite some time. And I found it along with a beautiful letter from the publisher that really actually was encouraging me very much so to seek out a different publisher because it just didn't fit their needs at that moment. So yeah, I mean, it was somewhat standard, and that's what I kind of looked at the time, but then I saw a couple of wordings that I'm like, oh, maybe this is really a nice rejection letter. Well, anyway, I'm probably going to self-publish it, I'm hoping, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to retool it, put it in my word processor so it doesn't get lost again, and keep this for prosperity. It also had the reason it was inspired in it. So, and that in itself will work into probably the later chapters of my novel, or maybe throughout the whole thread. I am thinking. It gave me some more food for thought. So anyway, this was like progress in my novel, but progress in my writing path. And thanks to my husband, Jeff, he found it as he was going through old papers and stuff now that he's retired. And we're finding lots of jewels, lots of little gems. So, and this is one of them. So I was excited about that. And I will update you in a whole entire video on this story, maybe sometime this winter. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please do subscribe to my channel, An Accidental Retiree. I'm saying bye for now. God bless and see you soon. Total word count so far, 25,088 words. So I am where I hope to be at the end of this month. Yay! I still have a lot to go. About 45,000 words to go for this project. 45,000 words for this project. My summer goals are to finish this novel draft, process a children's book from 1996 that I found, revise the children's book as needed, send the children's book to readers, and to approach an illustrator with the project. See you in October with my summer writing vlog. I'll give you an update on my progress in October with my summer writing vlog. Happy 250th birthday, USA! Thanks for watching. See you soon. God bless.